Right now, women veterans across the country are walking out of a single VA exam having lost a rating they earned, not because their conditions were not real, because of what happened in one room in under an hour with a stranger. That room is the C&P exam. It is where a provider decides, on paper, how bad your condition is, and the VA turns that paper into your rating. One visit, one provider, your rating. Here is what almost no woman is told. You have rights in that room and moves you can make before you ever walk in that change what comes out of it. Most women never use a single one. By the end of this video, you will know all of them. Start with who is in the room. The provider often meets you for the first time that day, has your file for a few minutes, and has other women booked right behind you. They are not out to hurt you, but they are moving fast, and fast is where your conditions get flattened into a few quick checkboxes. Now add what women are trained to do. You were taught to push through, to not complain, to say you are fine. So a provider asks how bad it is on a rushed afternoon, and you undersell it, because underselling is the habit that got you through service. The provider writes down the smaller version. The rating follows the smaller version. And the conditions that cost women the most are the ones hardest to say out loud in that room. The reproductive condition, the trauma, the mental health you have never described to a stranger. When those get rushed or softened, the rating on the most serious conditions comes in low. So the exam is not really testing how bad your condition is. It is testing what makes it onto that provider's report in one short visit. That gap between what you carry and what they write is where women lose rating. The rest of this video is how you close that gap. The first move happens before the exam, at home. You cannot count on the provider to dig through your file, so you bring the file to them. You write a short, honest account of your condition on your worst days, not your average day, and how it affects your work, your sleep, your daily life. Then you do the step almost no one does. You send your records into your claim before the exam, so the evidence is already there no matter how the visit goes. The exam becomes one more piece, not the only piece. Bring a copy with you too, and hand it to the provider. This matters most for women because of what we just covered. If underselling in the room is the trap, then a written account you prepared calmly at home is how you get past it. You are not relying on memory or nerve in a rushed visit. Your worst days are already on paper, in your words. Here is the one most women never hear, and it is the reason for this video. For a sensitive exam, and for any claim tied to MST, you have the right to choose whether a man or a woman examines you. This is not a favor you beg for. It is written into federal law, 38 U.S.C. 1165, the choice of sex of your medical examiner, and the law goes further. Before that exam, the VA is required to tell you this right exists. Read that again. The VA is supposed to notify you that you can choose. It is easy to miss in the paperwork, so most women sit through an exam they had every right to change. So here is what you do. The first move is, when the C&P exam is being scheduled, on the phone or with the contractor, you say you are requesting a same-gender examiner. You do not owe a reason. You are using a right Congress wrote into law for you, and this is not the only move you have. Move 2. Your condition is rated on how bad it actually gets, not how you present in one appointment. Under 38 CFR 4.1, the VA rates the average impairment your condition causes, your bad days included. And for a physical condition, like a knee, back, or hip, a court ruling called Sharp versus Shulkin requires the examiner to account for your flare-ups, even when you are not in one during the exam. So, describe your worst days plainly. Move 3. For many exams, the examiner is required to read your file first. For mental health, and for back, knee, hip, and shoulder claims, that review is mandatory under the VA's own manual. And if the examiner clearly never opened your file, that exam is inadequate. The right to challenge an inadequate exam was settled in Barr versus Nicholson. Move 4. You do not walk in alone, and you do not trust the result blindly. The VA's exam rules let you bring a support person, and for a sensitive physical exam, you can ask for a chaperone. And under 38 CFR 1.577, you have a right to your own records. So after the exam, you can request the report and read exactly what the examiner wrote before the VA sets your rating. So count what you walk in with now. A written account of your worst days, your records already in your file, a same gender examiner if you want one, a witness, and your own report afterward. That is a woman who walks in prepared, not one hoping for a fair stranger. So here is the shift. The C&P exam is not something that happens to you. It is something you walk into with moves already made, your worst days on paper, your records in your file, the examiner you asked for, a witness beside you, and your own report waiting on the other side. None of this changes who you are. It changes what walks into the room with you. The woman who knows her rights in that exam is not louder or tougher than the one who does not. She just knew what to bring. Now, you do. Before you go, keep the C&P prep sheet. It helps you write your worst days for each condition and list the moves that are yours to make in that room. It is pinned at the top of the comments. So tell me, is your C&P exam already scheduled? I read every comment. Nothing here is a promise of any particular rating. Every claim is different. What we give you is the cleanest way we know to execute. For Guard and Reserve, Women Veterans, Step by Step, or Benefits News, subscribe to the channel that fits your fight. You know how to walk into the exam now. The next curtain to pull back is MST, the claim women most often believe they cannot prove because they think they need a report they never filed. The next video shows how an MST claim can be proven without one. This was always kept in the dark. Now, together, we bring it into the light.